Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're going to be playing some MekHQ. And how is everyone today? Howdy Varenk and howdy Cleo. She is on top of my tower right now and perilously close to disrupting my light source. But I tried to shoot her down from there once already and she's persistent, so we'll hope that nothing untoward happens. So, if you may have noticed in the daily activity log already, we have two missions today. We have Defend Grounded Dropship, which I think I had forgotten about when I went exploring and found this hostile facility mission. I would like to try and knock out both of these today if we could. I haven't really taken too close of a look yet at exactly what's going on. We've got Mariana Lance, which is our three OG pilots from when we first started, plus a random guy, aka Earl Sinclair, with some allied forces who are probably going to be showing up on turn 5 through 7, something like that. We have enemy turrets. We have quite a lot of enemy turrets. Sniper and 2 long toms. We also have mobile long toms and thumpers. And holy crap. 1, 2, 3, 4 lances of enemy mechs and vehicles. Including, looks like I see a Saladin here, could be a threat. A couple of Griffins, Trebuchet. Nothing worth a whole lot of points, I don't think. Yeah, I mean, other than this Griffin here, I think everything is going to be probably 1,000 points or less. This 3-6 and a Jenner could become a bit of a hazard. And then we have more reinforcements coming as well. Now, that's the second mission. The first mission, I noticed, does not have any forces assigned to it whatsoever, aside from Galathea Lance. So what we're going to do, we're going to try this at least once. We're going to edit, and we're going to generate bot forces. And we're going to see what that gives us. That gives us an allied dropship, a Gazelle, and 2 lances of enemy Op4. This doesn't look too bad. We've got 3 heavy mechs versus a light, a medium, another couple of lights, a Scorpion 1N. That is the mech for anyone who's tired of seeing Scorpion tanks, as well as a couple of Flamer foot platoons. This one is also going to be on a moonless night during a moderate gale, and our objective is to defend the dropship. So I'm thinking that actually probably won't be too difficult. I remember the last time I said that, things kind of went closer to being pear-shaped than I would have liked. But I think we got this. I think we got this. I don't like night missions. On a defensive mission, I don't hate the idea because it means everyone's shots are more likely to miss. And that gives us better odds of surviving 30 turns. We're not going to go to 30 turns, I don't think. We're going to call it long before then. If we can destroy 50% of the Op4, we can end the mission early. And so yeah, I don't expect that to take much more than 10 to 12 turns, maybe 15 at the outside. But we'll see, We've got 3 mechs to do it with. Just a real quick overview of our other tabs. We're currently on Germany 6, which is in Kirita territory, and we are currently garrisoning against, or pirate hunting against pirates. Okay, I was thinking our Op4 was Draconis Combine for some reason. Maybe I'm getting mixed up with my other game. Let's see. Oh, okay, yeah. Our elite admin has enough XP to go up in negotiation, which will make him a 4+ there as well. So he is now a dual elite, an elite administrator and an elite negotiator. So that's cool. Have we got anyone else ready to go up? The veteran needs more than 20. All that gray. So many forces deployed. Yeah, we're not super worried about the infantry. Who are you with 16 XP? A veteran gunner. You're gonna need more than 16 to go up. The hangar is looking very rainbowish. We do have a rifleman and a wolverine currently unassigned. That is a base model rifleman and a base wolverine. And honestly, I think we can put both of those into storage. And we can have, we've got a green tech who can do that. Shasa, or Shadha. And the wolverine. We want mothball. We want a green tech who has minutes. That can be Kazuko. In the warehouse. Speaking of in the warehouse, I was looking at things off camera a bit, and I noticed we're down to less than 800 points of armor. So I went ahead and put. Oh, I forgot to save after I did that. So yeah, let me just go ahead and I can click on the correct tab. And we're going to buy number of parts, and we're going to go with 10 numbers of parts. Invasion of the chat sphere. Hey Lark, how's it going? Yes, nukes are soon to be in the chat. The only mech in our repair bay is this Warhammer, who has a busted left torso that we can't fix. Now, to repair that left torso, we would have to remove all of the components from the left arm and remove it. We would have to remove everything from the left torso and then remove that. Armor is for cowards. In the infirmary, we do have 2 prisoners and a private. Absolutely gripped by an American sci-fi show, I decided to take a gander watching. Pray tell, what sci-fi show? That involves nukes. And here's our campaign map with our allied mech base, which is responsible for some of the reinforcements that we're getting, and the hostile artillery base that we're attacking, and Tonga Lance, which is still deployed from doing recon. Oh, Stargate. Is there a new version out? SG-1 is the one from, like, what is it, the late 90s, early aughts? I want to say. I'm not sure. I watched all of the original. Watching the one from the 90s. I never got into the one from the 90s. I really liked the movie, but I felt like the show went in some directions that the movie didn't really indicate that it would go in. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm gonna hold off on the artillery base with Mariana Lance because random guy said that he'd be running late. He's got real world things that he's taking care of. So he said he would be on in a couple of hours. So we're gonna go ahead and do the one with just the NPCs. And I kind of wish I had Tonga Lance deploying because I'd really like to get you guys on the field. Don't dislike the show, but I feel it's distinctly different story from the film. That's exactly how I feel. And hold on, there we go. I'm a hard man to impress. I'm a season and a half in, and I'm fairly impressed. Okay, well maybe I should have given it a chance when I had when it was fresh. You know what? Red is fine for the dropship. Pirates can be Black Inferno, I guess. No, that's actually not great because it's kind of the same as the dropship. We'll go with Brigands. There we go. That's distinct. Did we have any rerolls? I forget. I was not paying attention. We have no rerolls because Victor Rama has apparently no leadership skills. just real quick. Victor Rama, there you are. Tactics and strategy, but no leadership. Okay, so we should actually have one reroll from his tactical ability. Kurt Russell is one of my favorite actors. He was great in the original, but I really liked the series. After that, I might start the new version of Battlestar Galactica. I do highly recommend the newer Battlestar Galactica, and I say newer, not new, because it's not really new anymore. But I was a big fan of that show. I did watch that one through to the end. Oh. Need to watch the new version of BSG also. I watched some of it. I need to finish it. I was especially impressed by the first two-part episode, the one where they have to jump every 37 hours. I felt like that really gave the entire series a feeling of tension. I just thought it was really well handled. And of course, the four-part prologue was also, I think, really important to some of the plot lines in the show as well. Especially the ones regarding, what's his name? Starts with a G. Gaius. I feel like his plotline was especially impacted by the four-part intro. So yeah, this Griffin is worth 1,000 points, just about even. The Scorpion, with a much better pilot, is going to be worth almost as many points, followed by the average pilot in the Jenner. Goblin medium tank with an SPA weapon specialist. Pray tell. I didn't know I could bring this up by double clicking. That's under pilot. Did I skip it? I was looking for a check mark. I should have been looking for a drop down. Large laser on a goblin medium tank. Munitions, no. No, wrong button. This goblin. Okay, not what I was trying to do. I was trying to has a large laser and a machine gun. Okay, so he's going to be effectively a 1-5 gunner with that large laser. So maybe take him down as early as we can, after the Griffin and the Scorpion, of course. So we do have a reroll. Do we maybe want to flatten it so the dropship has the best odds of getting a clear shot? Let me just see this in 3. Yeah, I think I want a slightly flatter map. We're gonna go elevation low. Oh, and that still leaves a mountain on the board. Do we... I think we're gonna leave elevation at medium and turn the mountain to off. See how that looks. Still looks awfully mountainous. And these buildings, we're gonna have a hard time finding a spot for the dropship to deploy. We'll go with low and low because I believe this is the likelihood. Oh, a chance for multiple peaks is what I was thinking of as far as the odds. Okay, so hopefully the dropship has a place to deploy to, and let's do this. And we must have been on a city map the last one because I don't have my isometric view on. So we're deploying on the west side. Let's see. The enemy was deploying on the east side, I presume. Northwest. The enemy is deploying on the northwest. We're deploying on the west. So that's going to be interesting. Let's go ahead and get this guillotine right up front and kind of facing towards where the bad guys are going to be. Oh, I didn't go far enough south. Okay, well, we'll have the rifleman. I think we'll stand here and just shoot from cover, as it were. Concentrate your units. The hell, cat? Don't do that. Hang on one sec. She knocked some stuff off the table. You need to relocate. I'm sorry. That was unacceptable. You're a good cat, but you're still a cat. And prone to cat-like behaviors. That rung my rung your bell. Was that particularly obnoxious? My screen went out for a second and I heard a clatter, but it probably maxed out the mic. I apologize. I did not anticipate her knocking stuff off of. No, that you cannot sit on the mouse. There we go. Apologies for the interruption, guys. So yeah, rifleman just standing still and firing from cover onto the Griffin, I think. Nope. And the Thunderbolt. I want to be slightly mobile. One-handed. I want to be able to advance and take some mobility modifiers, and then be at close range with all of these guys with my medium lasers and machine guns and stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, that should work. Yeah, they've definitely concentrated their units. That's for sure. Now, where did our dropship end up? Why would you deploy the dropship there if you had any options at all? Nope. All right, first thing I want to do, oh, we are moving very much slower than I was expecting. We will more reckless. And we'll move 3 hexes at a walk on a 4. Okay, yeah, success. Guillotine has jump jets, but we already have plans for the rifleman. Nighttime half speed. I don't like nighttime battles. You made that clear, and I apologize for not listening to you. I think what I'm going to do, probably multi-target with the autocannons at a long-range target and the lasers in the back of this Griffin. Yeah, if you want down, you can get down. But I'm gonna be going for that kick to the back of the head. And the guillotine, of course, with its jump jets. You can do what you want, just providing my personal bad experience I've had in nighttime battles. I appreciate that. No. I appreciate your experience and I appreciate you sharing it with me. And I feel like I maybe should have taken that into account. Maybe we could have used our 1 reroll to turn this into a dawn-dusk battle. There is no nighttime with a nuke. False daylight. Alright, starting I think with the guillotine into the back of this Jenner. On 9s, we've got 18, that's 20, that's 26, if I'm not mistaken. 12, 16, yeah, that would be 26. We'll fire the large and 1, 2, 23, 4. We're gonna have to keep 2 of the mediums silent to do that. No, just 1. We could go to 3 heat. Hopefully cripple that Jenner on turn 1. Thunderbolt. I think the Urban Mech or the Hetzer. What kind of Hetzer is this? This is an autocannon 10 Hetzer. That's an autocannon 10 Irby. Let's try and disable this urban mech first and foremost. We'll start with the large and the 3 mediums. We'll go with 2 mediums. Save ourselves a point of heat and potentially get an extra crit. Oh, I forgot it's also windy. So that is a penalty for the missiles. And then we'll go ahead and fire the machine guns at the better target. Who's the better gunner? Take them out first. Good point. The Hetzer is a 4-7. The Urban Mech is a 5-6. So the Hetzer, I think, is the right choice. He's also the easier target. Well, no, because the medium lasers are going to be better on the Urby. 6s and 6s versus 5s and 7s. But if we can immobilize the Hetzer with a lucky crit, which we're not likely to do with the Urban Mech, then we can get in behind it where it's weak, because Hetzers have like minimal rear armor. So we'll go 1, 2, like that. How we had it. I think I'm going to stick with that and a pair of 8s. The rifleman at the goblin tank, maybe? Oh, and he's specialized too. Oh, do you want to go out? Do you really want to go out? Because it's like 30 degrees out there right now. She really does want to go out. I don't know how to how to tell her otherwise. I don't think she really wants to go out. I think she wants to be on the other side of the door, like cats are wont to do. But if she keeps fussing, I am going to let her out. One second, guys. Fine, but I'm not getting back out until I'm done streaming. Oh, that cat has no sense at all. Okay, so the Scorpion has a searchlight illuminating himself, the 2 gazelles, or 1 gazelle twice? It's the same gazelle twice. Multiple hexes, maybe? Yeah. Yes, I do treat cats like they are equals. I speak to them in plain English and expect them to understand me. So, lots of people getting lit up by searchlights. The Scorpion 1N firing at the Gazelle, hitting with a PPC to the nose, leaving it with 130 armor. Hetzer landing the autocannon 10 on the Thunderbolt's left arm, leaving him with 10 armor. The Gazelle firing a PPC at the Griffin and missing. Autocannon 5 and an LRM 20 at the Hetzer, hitting it in the front. Hitting with 16 missiles to the right side and the rear. Costing it... Oh, yeah, the autocannon 5 immobilized him, so... yeah, the Hetzer has been immobilized, which is what I was trying to do, but I guess the dropship beat me to it. Wait. Okay, the Hetzer landed an autocannon 10 on the Thunderbolt's left arm, and then the Urban Mech landed an autocannon 10 on our Thunderbolt's right arm. So, both arms are down to 10 armor. The Jenner at the Thunderbolt, landing medium lasers on the center torso and left torso, and 2 SRMs to the right and left arm, leaving us with 8 armor on both arms. Guillotine shooting at the Jenner on 9s and 10s and missing with everything. The Goblin landing a large laser on the Thunderbolt, needing a 2, so that was a guaranteed shot. Taking 8 to the center torso, leaving us with 17 armor there. Thunderbolt returning fire at the Hetzer, landing large laser to the left side, medium lasers to the front, times 2, SRM to the front. They hit the Thunderbolt's arms. I feel like that was just a lucky coincidence. But we'll see. We'll see. If the Thunderbolt loses its arms this mission, then we can retcon that and say that you are right. Locust missing on a 9 against the Guillotine. Griffin landing 6 LRMs to the Gazelle's nose. Rifleman missing the Griffin with all 3 lasers, hitting the Goblin in the rear with both autocannon 5s. Thunderbolt, who did take 40 plus. Didn't feel like 40 plus. It was 2 autocannon 10s. How many medium lasers? 2 or 3 and some SRMs. Anyway, takes 7 to the left arm and left leg. But we do avoid pilot damage, so that's good. And yeah, the Thunderbolt is about to lose one of his arms. That left arm is down to 3 armor. So do we kick the Jenner on an 8? We fired weapons with both arms, so kicking the Jenner on an 8 is our only option. For 14 damage, that's... how likely is that to leg him? Oh, 14 is just enough to leg him. So if we can land an 8 up roll, we'll have a legless Jenner. And we'll kick the Griffin on a 6. The Guillotine misses. The Jenner kicks the Thunderbolt in the chest for 7. The Rifleman misses. The Rifleman falls down. Takes 5 to the left leg and 1 to the right torso, leaving him with 7 armor on that leg. Oof. All of my boys are running hot, 2 and 3 heat apiece. The Griffin is at 7 heat, the Jenner is at 10, Scorpion is at 1. The dice are hitting you tonight? That's every night. Outstanding beginning, yeah. Round 1 did not go in our favor. We neither legged the Jenner nor kicked the Griffin in the back of the head. We've got 2 limbs that are getting really weak on armor already. That's the Thunderbolt's arm and the Rifleman's leg. Of course, Rifleman legs don't tend to be very heavily armored to begin with anyway. Thunderbolt. Is it worth running, or do we just stand up? Yeah, we'll walk our way up. On a 2? No. I don't know how RNG works in MegaMek, but it doesn't feel entirely natural. I agree. There are definitely times when it feels like the RNG is a bit swingy or a bit unreliable, but I don't know if we have any other options. I feel like, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I don't feel like it plays favorites on purpose. I just feel like I have bad luck. Yeah, no, the dice definitely hate me. So, instead of getting up, we fell. All of it went on that left arm. It went internal twice, critting on the shoulder and the hand. It feels like 2s and 12s come up way more commonly than with real dice. On that point, I feel like I have to disagree, and I think it only feels that way because you're seeing so many more dice rolls per hour or per unit time than you do on tabletop. Because on a tabletop, it takes an hour to get through a couple of rounds maybe, and so a 2 or a 12 on one of those rounds feels very special. Whereas in MegaMek, over the course of an hour, you could do 10 or 12 rounds, so you're going to see a lot more 2s and 12s under those circumstances, I feel like. I may be wrong. That's just my gut feeling. We're going to go reckless. We're going to back up. Why is that a run? 1, 2 to get up, 3, 4 to back up. Will it let us do that? We'll need 3 4s, which should be pretty easy. And Snyder says there may be some truth to that. Yeah, I mean, it just... I don't know. It's just my opinion. And I may be wrong. I may be thoroughly, entirely wrong, but I don't have any programming experience or knowledge to be able to go into the code and figure out how it works. Okay, so we saw that already. The shoulder and the hand got critted. At least it's the left arm, not the large laser arm. Guillotine on this Jenner on 9s, or the Maxim on an 8. Well, this is going to be 9s with everything. That's going to be 8s and... Eights and 10s. 8s and 10s or 9s all around. Since we only have the one large laser, and this is going to be a cooldown turn. Nines. Yeah, we'll do 9s. And a 10 with the SRM. Thunderbolt, who's in rough shape already, needs an 8. Needs an 8. Also in the settings, you can change how MegaMek generates numbers if you feel cheated in the way it currently generates them. I thought I remembered seeing that that option, but I wasn't sure, and I definitely don't think I'd be able to find it off the top of my head, so I didn't want to say anything. But I thought that I had remembered seeing that. And honestly, I do trust the random number generator that I've been using. I just feel like it's my luck that stinks. So I don't feel any need to change that setting. 6s and 4s into the back of the Goblin tank. Now the Thunderbolt. Who do we target with the Thunderbolt? The Hetzer maybe? His right side is down to 19. Can target the right side. On 8s. And a 9. And that gives us heat neutral. Hopefully next turn we can stand up and be more effective. But for right now, I think heat neutral is the way to go. So Scorpion illuminates the Gazelle, the Urban Mech, or the Urban Mech illuminates the Urban Mech, and the Locust, and the Guillotine. The Jenner illuminates himself in the Guillotine and the Thunderbolt. The Maxim illuminates himself in the Rifleman. So all 3 of my guys are illuminated, and most of the bad guys as well. So the Scorpion 1N does land a PPC on the Gazelle's left side, where it, I don't think, has taken much damage yet, if any. The Gazelle returning fire with the autocannon 5 hitting the center torso, and 20 LRMs all hitting the legs, mostly the front left leg, going internal and critting on the hip. So that Scorpion is going to be... I don't believe he's in a risk, really, of falling down, because he is a quad mech, but his mobility is definitely going to be hampered. Urban Mech missing the Gazelle on a 10, the Jenner missing the Guillotine on an 11, the Guillotine at the Jenner, landing medium lasers to the center torso and left leg. So nice, he's down to 1 armor on that leg. The Goblin medium tank lands his large laser on the Thunderbolt on that damaged left arm, which is destroyed and transfers into the left torso. So that is the machine guns knocked out. Now, where do we keep that machine gun ammo? in the arm. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that blowing up at any point now. Let's see, the maximum missing the guillotine on 12 is the rifleman at the goblin, landing a large laser to the rear, autocannon 5 to the turret. That rear is down to 2 armor. Locust on the Thunderbolt, landing a medium laser and both machine guns to the leg, center torso, and right torso. The center torso is down to 8 armor. That's worrying. The Griffin missing the rifleman on a 10. Thunderbolt at the Hetzer, landing the right side and the front, down to 10 armor and 12 armor, landing 1 SRM to the front, so it's down to 10 as well. Scorpion must make 2 piloting checks on an 8+, and he fails the second one, taking 6 damage to the right rear leg and going internal. And needing an 8 to avoid damage, so he makes his first consciousness check and only rolls exactly what he needs to stay conscious on a 3. So the guillotine on the Jenner, can we kick him on an 8 this time? Locust kicks the Thunderbolt, Jenner kicks the guillotine, guillotine misses his kick. Guillotine needs to make 2 rolls on a 4-up and makes them both. Our boys have cooled down a bit. We're at 1, 0, and 2 heat. The Gazelle is not building up any heat at all. Griffin is at 8, Jenner is at 8, Scorpion is at 1. They're down to 88% of their battle value. We're down to 93% of ours. And we have lost the initiative for round 3. Apparently the Gazelle went first. We're still not going last. Didn't mean to left click that. Rifleman, you can go ahead and stand still. Thunderbolt. No, we're going to try to make a 4 again. And in fact, where's Reckless? There it is. Okay, we're going to Reckless. Back up to there. On 4s. And this Thunderbolt pilot just cannot roll a 4 to save his life. Falls on his left side, taking 7 damage to the left torso, down to 10 armor there. And he is currently... Can we get up again? Can we use careful stand? No. And apparently we can't even get up. It says we walked 1. I think maybe that means we walked 1 hex, which means we've used 3 movement points because we stood up first. Which means we have 1 movement point left on a walk. Okay, did I just see the Griffin jump behind the Rifleman? I did, and he's going for that left leg, which is the one that is low on armor. Alright, the Guillotine has an interesting choice to make now. Guillotine. I think we're gonna try to double team this Urban Mech maybe, or we could finish trying to take out this Hetzer. That autocannon 10 with precious little armor protecting it. Yeah, we'll run recklessly on a 5. I don't know if I trust that. But we did it. Okay, we saw this, took 7 damage to the left torso, down to 10 armor. And the left torso is the one with the medium lasers, if I'm not mistaken. The Hetzer is weak on the right side, especially. So we'll, we'll go large, medium, 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 medium on 6s. Yeah, we'll go up to 5 heat for an alpha strike to try to take out this Hetzer. Thunderbolt on the Urban Mech. He's propping with his right arm, so we've just got the medium lasers on 9s. And the SRM on the 2. This Thunderbolt is less than effective right now. Do we go for the Scorpion on 6s? Or the Griffin on 6s? The Scorpion's already in a kind of bad way, especially those front left and right rear legs. Center torso is taking a bit of a beating too. The Griffin is still pretty fresh. The Griffin is completely fresh, but I'm also under his minimum range. Then again, if he's standing during the melee phase, he can kick my left leg out from under me. I don't think I want that. I want to try to knock him down. So that's 8, 16, 21. Okay, so we'd be able to... We can afford to miss with 1 medium laser and still force a PSR. Or... 6s, we'll take a couple of 7s instead, save ourselves a point of heat and potentially do more damage. Alright, everyone gets eliminated by searchlights. The Gazelle missing on 9s and 7s and 8s on the Griffin and the MegaMek. The Scorpion landing a PPC on the Gazelle's left side, down to 100 armor there. The Hetzer on the Thunderbolt, going in on that right arm, going internal. Yeah, I think, Varank, I think you're right about them hating the that Thunderbolt's arms. He is about to be completely armless. Especially because, if I'm not mistaken, the MegaMek is about to land an autocannon 10 on his arm as well, I bet. Guillotine on the Hetzer, landing on the left side. The large laser, the right side takes a medium laser, and the front takes a medium laser. The SRM 6 misses. No legs on a Thunderbolt are too well armored. That is true. And if he does lose his arms, he's only out the large laser and the machine guns. He still has 3 mediums, the LRMs, and the SRMs, for what that's worth. The SRMs, I mean, SRM2s are garbage. I didn't... No weapon is truly and utterly garbage, but an SRM2 is the weakest of the SRM launchers, and it just carries too much ammo per ton. You're just so much better off with an SRM4 at least, in my opinion. Jenner landing medium laser on the Thunderbolt's left torso rear, down to 1 armor there. The Thunderbolt landing medium lasers on the MegaMek's left torso and head, forcing a consciousness check. Goblin landing a large laser on the Guillotine's left arm. Maxim missing on 12s. Rifleman on the Griffin landing the large lasers to the left torso and left arm. Medium laser to the right torso. Autocannon 5 to the left arm, down to 1 armor there. Locust on the Thunderbolt's center torso with a medium laser and right leg with both machine guns, down to 25 armor. Man, need to see if we can up armor this Thunderbolt at some point, especially those arms, because that was just... Eesh. The Griffin missing the Gazelle with the LRM-10. He's taking a cooldown turn. The Griffin does not fall down, which means that he will be able to kick us. And he missed his kick. Needs an 8, gets a 6. Needs a 6 to stay standing, gets a 7. Guillotine is at 5 heat. He's going to have to probably not fire the large laser next turn, but otherwise he'll be fine. Rifleman is at 3 heat. Jenner is at 8. Griffin is at 5. Scorpion is at 2. Going into round 4, and we've lost initiative again, and in fact we've lost even against the dropship, so we're moving first. Reckless, we're going to try this one more time. Back up. See if we can keep our arms about us. SRM2s are okay with Inferno, the range makes them better than Flamers and potentially deal more heat. Yeah. I don't generally use Infernos, generally speaking, but yeah, and I agree that SRM2s are best used with Infernos. That's the one thing they're really good at. And the Thunderbolt finally can make a pair of 4s. Rifleman. Standing still again. See if we can get the Griffin to move a bit. And the Guillotine. This Hetzer, we were tagging it on the right side, we were. And that General's gonna flip his arms, I bet. Right, the Guillotine on the Hetzer on the right side with everything but the large laser, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Putting us at 3 heat. That might be overkill. We'll go heat neutral this turn. Thunderbolt at the Goblin, maybe? The Goblin's weak on the rear. Speaking of which, oh, the Griffin stood still this turn. Yeah, we're definitely going to want to try to knock him down again. He needed, what was it, an 8 or a 7 to stay standing? 2, 3. Also like Infernos for attacking assault weight vehicles because you can deal crits without having to peel off all that armor. Oh, yeah, that's an aspect that I hadn't considered as well. Especially good against, well, I was about to say a Demolisher, but you don't want to be within 9 hexes of twin autocannon 20s. I'd really like to try to land some hits on the back of this Goblin, but I think the Griffin is the more pressing target right now. Because he's going to try to kick my leg out again. And he's probably going to hit this time. Thunderbolt, can we land a hit on the Locust, maybe? Or the Maxim, perhaps? On a 7, on a 6. We do still have the large laser, but we don't really have the heat sinks to use it. We'll go a trio of 6s and a 7 on the Locust. And we'll try to immobilize this Maxim with a lucky crit if we can, putting us at 3 heat with the LRMs. Okay. Guillotine at the Hetzer, hitting it in the rear and immobilizing it again. Medium lasers to the right side, destroying the Hetzer, finally. The Scorpion landing a PPC at the Gazelle's left side, that's down to 90 armor there. The Hetzer at the Thunderbolt, landing 10 damage to the center torso and going internal, leaving us with 14 structure. We might be about to lose a Thunderbolt, which would be a darn shame. The Rifleman at the Griffin, landing large lasers to the right torso and the head, but not enough to force a piloting skill check. So we're definitely going to be getting kicked this turn, because we both stood still. He's going to need like a 4. Thunderbolt at the Locust, glancing off the left torso twice, and tagging it in the left leg solidly. It's down to 3 armor on the leg, 4 on the torso. The LRM-15 at the Maxim, landing 9 missiles to the right side, destroying a stabilizer, for what that's worth. Goblin hitting the Gazelle in the nose with a large laser. The Maxim hitting the Thunderbolt with 4 SRMs to the right arm, left torso, left leg, and right leg. The Gazelle at the Goblin, landing an autocannon 5 to the right side, stunning the crew, which is cool. The Locust at the Thunderbolt, landing a machine gun to that damaged center torso and a medium laser to the right torso. Machine gun to the left leg, down to 14 armor there. The Griffin at the Gazelle, landing a PPC to the left side, it's down to 80 armor and 6 LRMs to the nose and right side. Thunderbolt needs a 5 to stay standing, gets a 6. Locust kicks the Thunderbolt in the right leg. Griffin kicks the Rifleman in the left leg, going internal. Neither of my guys fall down now. Thunderbolt is at 3 heat, Rifleman is at 4, Griffin is at 7, Jenner is at 3, Scorpion is at 2. And we still can't win initiative to save our life, but at least we're going after the dropship. Which means after at least one of them. Rifleman, it is time for you to start moving. And that means I want you to be defensive to a degree. Maybe we can... The Scorpion is just staying prone and sniping, isn't he? Legging him is not going to do any good. Go ahead and turn on the searchlight because I know he's going to be illuminated. Fives. No. No, maybe we're not going to run. It'd be about the same, wouldn't it? Fours. No. We'll move one hex just so he can't kick us in that leg. Alright. Thunderbolt. I was actually on the wrong more screen. Going reckless, getting to the edge of the map. Unless he can't roll a 4, which is entirely likely. Hold on. Let me also turn on your searchlight. And we'll jump into the back of the Scorpion, I think. Scorpions have pretty weak back armor, if I'm not mistaken. We've got 4 medium lasers. Or do we walk it? No, we can't. We can sprint it. Unless we reckless walk it, which should be a 4. Should be a pair of 4s. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna get all of our lasers into the back of that Scorpion. Alright, and we might as well just go ahead and declare that now. We'll throw in the large on a 2. Target prone and adjacent brings it down to a 2. Yeah, we'll Alpha Strike for 3 heat. Thunderbolt. Hopefully you don't die this turn. I'd like to recover you. On a 13. Oh, because of the shoulder actuator. 9s. Or 9s on the Maxim. Maybe we can immobilize the Maxim. If we get super duper lucky. On 9s and 10s. There's really no point in firing the large laser or the LRMs. We've got 9s on the goblins versus 10 on the urban mech. I mean, maybe we'll get lucky and stun him again. Alright, the Gazelle landing an autocannon 5 on the Scorpion's right rear leg, which is already damaged. Scorpion missing the Gazelle. The guillotine at the Scorpion, hitting it in the right rear leg and destroying it, transferring into the right torso rear. Medium laser to the center torso rear, front right leg, right torso rear, going internal and critting on his SRM. Medium laser to the front left leg, critting on his lower leg. And 4 SRMs to the center torso rear, front left leg down to 1 structure, left torso rear, and center torso rear going internal. The Jenner missing the Thunderbolt on a 9, the Thunderbolt hitting the Maxim in the front and immobilizing it, exactly what I was hoping for. The Maxim landing 3 SRMs, 2 to the center torso, double critting on the engine and the right torso. 3 machine guns all miss, and so does the SRM-6. The Locust on the Thunderbolt, landing a medium laser to the left torso down to 3 armor. Rifleman at the Goblin, costing it a movement point with one of his autocannons, but otherwise no effect. The Griffin landing a PPC on the Gazelle's nose down to 102 armor. The Jenner kicks the Thunderbolt and misses, but doesn't fall down. Thunderbolt is at 10 heat, which is fine. He's getting out of here, and holy heck, we have finally won the initiative, not only against the enemies, but also against the dropship. We're at 86%, the enemy is at 70%. So 20 more percent and we can call this. Okay. Oh, the Maxim has disembarked. It's infantry. That's fine. Rifleman, yeah, you can stand still and try to kick the Griffin in the head again. Guillotine. We'll go Reckless. We'll back up. That's 2 movement points, 3, 4. Oh, no. 3, 4. That's what I meant to do. And hopefully we can bag us a Scorpion real quick. If we can make a pair of 4s. Which, historically, we have not been super good at. And finally, the Thunderbolt is getting off the board. Because he is in... I don't know if you can... Yeah, you can't see this. Let me detach it here. Bring it over here. Now, there. There. Yeah, this Thunderbolt is in really rough shape. Down to 8 points on the center torso, missing his left arm, down to 6 points on the right arm. Right and left torso, right and left leg, fine. Head, fine. It's just those 3 locations that are roughed up. But boy, are they ever roughed up. Alright. Scorpion needed a 9 to stay standing because he's busted his front left hip actuator. And because it's hard to pilot. Needs a 9, gets a 10. Guillotine needs a pair of 4s, gets a 7 and an 8. With Thunderbolt, flees the battlefield. Guillotine is here to wreck the Scorpion and not much else. So we got 7s on him. And do some crit seeking with that SRM. Rifleman. How's the Rifleman? How's the Goblin out of visual range? What kind of stuff is that? Well, I guess we're shooting at the Griffin because he's the only one we can see in the dark. We'll go 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we'll go with both large lasers, 1 medium, and both autocannons on 9s. Let's see, Goblin. Landing large laser on the Guillotine's left leg would have been the head, but we rolled it with edge. The Guillotine at the Scorpion, landing a medium laser into his center torso rear down to 12 structure, medium laser to the right rear left leg. SRM 6s to the center torso rear, front left leg destroyed, 2 crits on the engine. Savaging his rear armor down to 2 armor on the left torso rear, down to 8 structure on the center torso, and he's going to be prone, which crucially means that he won't be able to flee next turn. Rifleman on 8s at the Griffin, only landing a large laser to the right arm. Scorpion falls down, takes 5 to the front right leg, and blacks out. We might be able to salvage a Scorpion out of this. So the Griffin is going for the punch on the Rifleman's legs. We're going to go for the kick on a 5. And the Griffin misses. The Rifleman kicks him in the left torso down to 0 armor, but don't knock him down. But we don't knock him down, is what I meant to say. We're at 3 heat and 4 heat. The Scorpion is at 5 heat, but he's about to start cooling down because he's not going to be doing anything next turn. We've lost the initiative against the bad guys, but at least we're not going before the dropship. Oh, we've got sensor returns now. I see. Yeah, let's get eyes on this Jenner and try and take him down. Okay. So, not much of an option there. Do we really want to try that on a 4? It's the only place we can get to by walking. Unless we go reckless, which is also a 4. Try to protect that left side. Still need a 4. Yes, I know. Rifleman needs a 4, gets a 7. Guillotine at the Jenner on, what is that, 9s and 11s? Yeah. And a 12. Might as well save our ammo. We'll take the 9. We'll take... No, we'll take 2 11s. This is going to be a cooldown turn for the guillotine. The rifleman at the griffin. Is the griffin retreating? Apparently not. But we do have a shot in the back of the scorpion. Or do we want to try to capture the scorpion? I think I'd really like to capture the scorpion. We've got 12s on the griffin. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, because of the searchlight. So 9s on the griffin. And 5s. We'll go 1 large and 2 medium. We'll save ourselves a couple heat and potentially do more damage that way. And that puts us at 1 heat for the turn. Okay, so the Gazelle hits the Scorpion in the left torso with the autocannon 5 because he's an easy target, I guess. The Urban Mech hitting the Rifleman in the center torso with the autocannon 10. Guillotine missing all 3 shots at the Jenner. The Goblin landing large laser on the Rifleman's right leg. Would have been the head, but we had edge. That's a through armor crit on the leg, leaving us with 4 armor and critting on the lower leg. Rifleman on the Griffin, landing both autocannons to the left leg and right arm, down to 1 armor on that arm. Rifleman needs a 5 because his actuator took a hit. He rolls an 8. Scorpion pilot needs a 5 to wake up, rolls a 3. Okay, so maybe we should be focusing on him a little bit more. He's probably going to wake up this turn. We're at 0 and 1 heat. The Griffin is at 9. The Scorpion is still at 5 because he's taken 2 engine hits. And we finally won the initiative. I say finally, like we didn't just win the initiative a couple turns ago. We're down to 63%. Op 4 is down to 64%. Guillotine is not going to be standing still for this. Rifleman. Yes, I'd like to get medium lasers in the back of that Scorpion. I don't think we're going to be able to salvage it. I think we're better off just trying to destroy it. And we need a 5 now because of a busted actuator. Because of a lucky crit that they would... I almost honestly kind of wish that had hit us in the head instead. Because through armor crit, that was bad. How evasive is this Griffin? Jumped 4, TNN 2. medium laser range of the goblin tank. Kicking, well, we won't be able to kick the scorpion because it's prone. Yeah, rifleman needs a 5, gets a 5, so that was closer than I thought it was. The guillotine, no. That was, yeah, the guillotine is going to be firing on the goblin. The rifleman is going to be firing on the scorpion. That's the plan. We need 9s. Build up 2 heat. We'll skip the 10. We're just, do we go for the center torso? I think we just go for the center torso. Yeah, I think he's down to like 8 points on the center torso, was it? Yeah, 8. So a large laser to that center torso would be enough to do it. And considering that we need 4s, say our odds are pretty good. We'll do 1 medium laser and 2 autocannons, putting us at 3 heat. Alright, the goblin landing a large laser on the guillotine's center torso, leaving us with 19 armor. The guillotine returning fire on the goblin, hitting it in the front with a large laser, missing with all the mediums. Griffin missing the rifleman on a 12. Rifleman destroying the scorpion with a large laser to the center torso rear, just like I was hoping for. No one is in any danger of falling down. We're at 2 heat and 3. The Griffin is at 5. They're at 59%. We're at 62%. We have lost the initiative against the enemies, but at least we beat the dropship. And yeah, let's, hold on. Do we not have a searchlight anymore? Must have gotten damaged. Oh, I guess neither of my guys has a searchlight anymore. Alright, guillotine into the back of this goblin. Maybe we can finish him off with a bunch of medium lasers on 9s and a 10. Not likely, but we'll try. And then we've got, looks like 10s on the urban mech. We'll do 1 large. We'll do 2 mediums and 2 autocannons on 6s. Nice. Alright, the guillotine at the goblin, hitting it in the right side with a medium laser, costing it another movement point. The goblin landing a large laser on the rifleman to the left arm. Rifleman landing a medium laser and an autocannon 5, both glancing for 2 damage to the left arm and left torso. Locust misses the guillotine. Guillotine would like to kick the goblin if we could, please. On a 6. What are the odds of the urban mech? 7. We'll take the 6, because if we do hit, there's a very high chance we'll hit it in the rear and kill it. We kicked it in the left side instead. That's a shame. He's got 5 armor remaining. Everyone has cooled down. We've won the initiative against the enemies, but the dropship is going to go last. They're down to 56%. We're down to 61%. Do we kind of... How do we play this? The goblin... I really want to take him out. I really want to shoot him in the rear. But at the same time, I don't want the urban mech trying to kick me in the head, even though his kick is, what, 6 points of damage? You know what? I will chance a 6-point kick in the head from the urban mech to get back shots on the goblin. On 9s again. We'll go... Yeah. Yeah. We'll go 8 plus 9. We'll take the 10 as well to put us at 2 heat, and hopefully we can immobilize him or something. I don't know. On the locust, we've got, that's going to be 10s all around. And 6s. Actually, I mean, if we're going to build up a little heat, we might as well build up a little heat. Alright, the guillotine, landing a medium laser on the goblin's rear, and then following that up with an SRM to destroy the goblin. Goblin landing a large laser on the rifleman's damaged left leg, going internal, leaving us with 2 structure remaining. The rifleman landing a large laser, glancing off the locust's left torso. Autocannon 5 lands solidly on the right arm. Autocannon 5 to the center torso. I was actually kind of hoping for a leg shot so we could cripple him, because honestly a locust's arms have nothing but machine guns, so there's really not much point. Locust missing his medium laser on the guillotine on 11. Griffin missing the rifleman on a 12. Let's hope and pray that that was enough to bring them down to 50%. They are at 48.97%, so that constitutes a victory to us. All right. Yes, we want to save the record. Pyrrhic victory. Yeah, we took a fair amount of damage on that one. One of our mechs is pretty well crippled. One of the others is limping in on 2 points of structure on his leg. Did we control the battlefield? Yes, we forced them to retreat from the downed dropship. Thunderbolt crippled with 2 engine hits and missing an arm, with a crit on his right shoulder, which means we're going to have to replace that arm as well. Oh. Rifleman, moderate damage, huh? That's moderate damage. Well, it was very much concentrated on the legs. Could have been much worse if they'd gotten a little bit luckier, but to be fair, they were rather lucky as it was. Guillotine, fine. Scratch the paint. No one did take any injuries because we rerouted all of the damage with Edge. The Locust escaped, the Maxim was immobilized, the Griffin escaped, the General and the Urban Mech both escaped. These foot platoons will say they escaped as well. And we can salvage pretty much everything. The Hetzer, the Scorpion, the Goblin. Did we capture anyone? We did capture... No, we did not capture a foot platoon guy. Maybe another day I would say we did, but not today. We're letting the infantry escape. If it had been more of an overwhelming victory and we had them, say, surrounded or something, then I would say, yeah, we captured the infantry. But that's not really how it played out. The Hetzer guys we did capture, though. And the Maxim and the Scorpion pilots we captured. Cool. The Maxim was a mobility kill, not an actual kill. The Guillotine gets 2 bonus XP for killing the Goblin and the Hetzer. The Rifleman pilot gets an XP for killing the Scorpion. We did protect the following units, and we did force withdrawal. I mean, technically, we didn't force withdrawal of 50% of the number of units, but we did have them down to half their BV. I was planning on calling this a Pyrrhic victory. It does mean, yeah, we'll split the difference with the foot platoons. We'll say that one of them was forced to withdraw. And yeah, well, was it a Pyrrhic victory or was it a marginal victory? There's a bit more granularity here than there used to be. It was certainly not a decisive victory. I didn't even want to call it just a regular victory. We'll go with Pyrrhic. Marginal? Yeah. Yeah, I think I agree. We'll call that a marginal victory. Because it wasn't really Pyrrhic. It was worth fighting and it was worth doing. We didn't really lose any units. We took some serious damage. But it is arguable whether or not we actually completed the objective, so we'll call that a marginal victory. And just in case anything goes wrong, let's go ahead and, yeah, we'll save it there. And that means they're not going to be in the repair bay yet, are they? Oh, they are. Oh, because that wasn't a... that mission wasn't on the map, that was randomly generated, so there isn't the 3-day deployment period. This mission, these forces will be on deployment for 3 days, so we'll have a couple days to recover from that last battle before these guys come marching back. Now, they do have almost 13,000 points worth of artillery and enemies versus how much is our lance worth? 7,000. But we also have 11,000 points worth of reinforcements. So I don't feel like it's appropriate to go tweaking any of that. A wyvern, a 3/3 and a wyvern, a 4/4 and a grasshopper, a crusader. I love the crusader, I just wish it had more heat sinks. Bring all of our lances. Sadly, we have no support points. We can't. Tonga Lance, Mariana Lance, and Galatea Lance were all deployed right now, and we don't have the resources. Hopefully some of these reinforcements, you know what? It does, well, we were doing recon when we found these guys. So it does make sense for the reinforcements to take a little bit of time to catch up to us. I was going to say we can deploy some of our reinforcements on turn 1, but considering the type of mission and how it was generated, I think I'm just going to let it be the way it is. Now this is heavy urban fortress city, clear calm daylight, 40 by 50. We've got a reroll. Do we even want to use it? I mean, we do have 3s and 4s for gunnery. They have, looks like, 4s and 6s. 4s, 5s, and 6s. They have a vedette with a 3. They have a jenner with a 3. That is kind of a lot of them, but they're all small point value units. This Griffin is probably the big boy, I think, followed probably by the trebuchet. Is it worth re-rolling anything or shifting anything? Do we maybe want to re-roll the terrain? Make it not a heavy urban fortress city? Yeah, we'll shift that to town. I want multiple avenues of approach. Alright, Federated Commonwealth allies, we'll do, not the blue and yellow, we'll do black and yellow. So they are a little more distinct from our guys. Oh, these guys are deploying on turn 1. Oh, how convenient is that? This mission suddenly just got a lot easier. Let's see. The pirate base turrets, I kind of want them as visible as possible. We'll make them bright pink. The artillery garrison, who is also our objective, we'll make them pink as well. Actually, what exactly is our objective? Hostile controlled facility has been located. The forces at this facility must be engaged for the specified duration. Capturing this facility, yeah. Destroy or rout 75% of all hostile units present. So that's going to be engage any hostile units with weapons, fire, or physical attacks for 8 turns. Destroy or force the withdrawal of the turrets. Leave intact the turrets to be able to take control of the facility. Destroy, cripple, or force the withdrawal of 75% of all the enemy forces to take control of the facility. I don't know if it's even technically on paper going to be possible to destroy 75% of the enemy forces without destroying at least some of these turrets, just because there are 7 turrets. We might be just going for a destroy. Also, I'm not sure how this objective, engage for 8 turns, I'm not sure how that plays into the victory conditions for the scenario. Like, if we engage them for 8 turns and then break off, we've completed the objective, but have we destroyed or controlled the facility afterwards? I don't think so. I don't love heavy urban, but if there are PPC allies, lots of units hide on side streets. We do have the Griffin with a PPC, the Marauder with PPCs, but not enough heat sinks. The Wyvern has large laser and LRMs. The Grasshopper has a PPC. Okay, good to know. I was expecting a large laser and an LRM5, but no, it's a PPC. Crusader has 30 LRMs. Yeah, there's a lot of side streets here, but what happens if we do that? Oh no. No, we're definitely not playing in a hub. Although, I mean, technically, I feel like a metro is one shift away from grid. I think town would be 2 shifts. And we had 1 reroll, was it, right? Yeah, we have 1 reroll. So I don't think we can set it in a town. I think metro is the best we can do. That gives us a lot fewer avenues of approach, a lot less side streets they can hide behind. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with these dashed line roads here. Because those are not going to be very effective roads at all. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the map we're going to roll with. One with just a few avenues of approach. Let's see, we're deploying in the southwest. Our allies are deploying in the southwest. Primary op 4. We'll go pirates. Blue and yellow? No, not blue and yellow. We wanted... Which one was it that we used last? That was brigands. Okay, yeah, we can rock that. So it's still a heavy urban, but there's a lot fewer side streets to hide behind now, which means we should be able to focus fire pretty easily. We've won the initiative. Our team has won the initiative. Within our team, we've lost. We've got 7,000 allied forces, or just shy of 6. Main thing I'm worried about is finding these turrets, because they're gonna be probably, because they're artillery, they can do indirect fire. They're gonna be like here or something. Yes, I know I can't deploy there. I was just trying to make a point. So we've got, it looks like we can come in on this road with 1 unit. We can send several units up this road. We can send 3 units up this road. Our allies are going to be deploying alongside us. Let's set, I think, the archer here. Control this avenue. Really? 3, 4, 5. There's 5 roads on this map. We only need to control 5 roads. Okay, wyverns have jump jets, so that's not entirely stupid. Wyverns have jump jets, right? Well, let me look. Let's see. I want the Atlas as close to the action as possible. I want the Atlas at this intersection just laying down fire in every direction. Okay, so we found a Thumper, a Harasser, and an SRM-6 turret. Let's see, the Orion. You know what? I don't see any reason not to put the Orion here as well. And okay, this Crusader, why would you deploy there? You're not going to be in the fight at all. And Yarvik will be there, and he's going to sprint up this way. Maybe jump once he gets there. I don't know. Okay, so again, our team has won the initiative, mainly due to that +4 bonus that we're bringing to the table. Okay. Looks like it's not Allied Force. Allied Force is the one that's deployed. Reinforcements is the one that's coming in on turn 5, I believe. Yeah, let's go ahead and get the Prowler too. Some of this artillery. There's going to be a lot of artillery. There were what, like 5 artillery turrets and 4 artillery pieces or something like that. Let me just double check this. You can hide here. 4 mobile pieces. 1, 2, 3 emplacements. So grand total 7. 3 and 4, right? Yeah. Is it worth running? No, we've got him in medium laser range. That's fine. I would like to kill that thing on turn 1 if we could. On a 3, don't screw me. Alright, oh, that was close. Needs a 3, gets a 3. Alright, Petra at the, oh, they've got, oh, I see. You're trying to block me from progressing. That's fine. I'll take out this APC real quick. We've got the Wasp on a 7. We've got the Prowler on a 6. Yeah, but we can really mess up this Wasp with an LRM 15. If we hit, he is in deep trouble. Yeah, we'll have 10s. 4, 5, 6. Okay, that harasser was highly mobile. The APC less so. The Prowler was not evasive at all. He's just got range. I really need this APC dead though, so that we can move into his hex. Because I believe it's 2 tanks or a mech. You can't move a mech into a hex with 2 vehicles, if I'm not mistaken. So I really want this APC dead and gone. An 8. On a 12. On an 8. On an 11. Yeah, we'll go ahead and launch the SRMs just so that we're not wasting heat sinks. Oh, the Archer has eyes on the Saladin. He's got 12s, but that's fine. We've got the heat sinks. Yeah, we'll not build up 3 heat on a 12 though. And those are 10s. Saladins suck, in case you weren't aware. They're highly mobile, difficult to kill, lightly armored, but that autocannon 20 packs a punch. We've got 11s on the Griffin or the Stinger with the large laser, which means we're gonna have, what, 13s and 15s. So the only thing we can have a chance to hit with is the large laser, so we might as well fire that at the one where it can do some good. Okay, so the APC was destroyed by the very first shot out of the gate. So that's overkill. The LRM-15 did land on the Wasp. 5 damage to the center torso, 5 to the left torso, 2 to the left leg. So he is hurting, but not crippled yet. The Wasp misses, the Marauder misses the Stinger on 12s, the Atlas at the APC, which is already dead. The APC missing the Atlas with an SRM-2, the Grasshopper hitting the building in 1632 for 10 points of damage with a PPC. And a medium laser, 2 medium lasers, bringing it down to 78. LRM-5 quad turret lands 3 LRMs on the Atlas's left arm. The Archer landing a lucky hit with the LRM-20, 12 missiles, all to the left side, destroying the Saladin. Whew. That is a relief. That Saladin is off the field. The Harasser missing the Orion on 8s. The Prowler hitting the Atlas in the left torso critical with a medium laser, destroying a heat sink. Wolverine misses the Stinger. Griffin misses the Marauder. Trebuchet misses the Orion on 8s. Petra, no, you're not going to kick anything. Grenada, you're not going to. Yarvik, you're not going to. Earl, however, might be able to get a kick on this Harasser on a 10. I don't think so. Maybe we can step on a foot platoon guy on a 6. They're gonna try to swarm me next turn, I'm sure of it. Stepped on 4 guys. Yeah, 10s are not good kicks. No, especially not for someone with a piloting of 6. How did you step on 4 guys? Because normally a kick only steps on 1 guy and a double would be 2. Or is it because it was 20 damage? Is it divided by 10? Is that what's up? Did they change that rule? No one's building up any heat yet except for the Grasshopper and the Marauder, but we knew they were going to. Especially the Marauder. I called that one early on. Our team has won the initiative, but within our team we're going first. Now let's have big feet, yes. And that's 4 dudes that I don't have to worry about swarming me. We've taken 0.5% of our forces in damage. The Op 4 has taken 7% of theirs. Long Tom will land this turn. Thumper will land next turn. Go ahead and we know where the archer is going. I want to wait for that griffin to get out of the way. I want to get up to that intersection as soon as possible. Potentially this turn. Or something. Alright, random guy. Prepare to get swarmed, unfortunately. Petra coming in behind. Gonna take out some of these wasps. Oh, it's all clustered up there. And the griffin didn't move, but the locust got in the way. Well, we can walk. We can walk. The griffin and the harasser both getting in behind. The marauder running and turning on pavement needs a 3, gets a 6. Locust needs a 4, gets a 4 twice. So he almost fell twice. Thumper at the buildings, taking 5 points to several. Sniper scatters and does damage to buildings. Thumper scatters and does damage to buildings. Mobile Long Tom scatters and does a lot of damage to buildings, destroying one of them. Building 50026. I wish it would tell me what hex that was in, but there's a lot of buildings on this map. I don't see any rubble offhand. Alright. Are we shooting at a prowler on 6s? I think that's what we're gonna do. 6/6. And a 6 with the SRMs, or there is a foot platoon in that hex. They're in the open. Petra at the foot platoon. Can we kill the foot platoon this turn? I don't think it's worth trying. Not if we've got a wasp on 7s. Excuse me. Thank you. A damaged wasp at that on 7s. This should really rock him. Even if not much of it hits, that should still be substantial for him. I'm loving this Orion with the double heat sinks. Rubble 6 hexes north of where the artillery was targeting. Oh, I see it. Yep. Man, he missed by a long shot. Alright. Archer doesn't have any targets for his medium lasers, but we could potentially land this Thumper on 10s. The Thumper or the Vedette? Does it really matter? I don't think it does. And we can't, well, no, we can't do indirect fire unless we have a spotter, and no one is going to be not shooting long enough to spot for him. So we'll take the 10s. Yarvik on the Locust. On 7s, we will, yeah, we'll go up to 5 heat on 7s against the Locust, I think. Or do we keep one of the mediums silent? 7s. which means that it's a glancing blow on a 7 or an 8, so we need a 9 or better for a solid hit. We'll go to 2 heat on those odds. Alright, foot platoon. Machine gun portable at the Atlas, landing 2 points of damage to the center torso. Atlas missing the Prowler on all 3 of his shots with 6s. Rolling a trio of 5s. The SRM-6 hits the foot platoon with all 6 missiles, damage doubled to 6. So there's still 22 guys left there. The Locust landing a machine gun on the Wolverine's center torso. The Jenner landing 3 medium lasers on the Atlas, center torso, right arm, left torso, and 3 SRMs, right arm, right torso, left leg. So that is 21 points of damage. That's going to be a piloting skill check. The Wasp landing a medium laser on the Atlas to the right torso. And the Marauder landing an autocannon 5, glancing off the Locust's left arm. Stinger missing the Atlas completely. The Orion critting on the Wasp's left torso SRM ammo and destroying the Wasp utterly and completely. Destroyed by ejection. 191 damage to the center torso. The Vedette missing the Archer. The Grasshopper destroying one of the Long Tom turrets. Nice. By ammo explosion with the PPC. LRM-5 turret landing 6 LRMs on our Atlas to the right arm and center torso. Archer missing on 10s. Harasser landing 3 SRMs on the Wolverine's back to the center torso rear. Would have been the head. Left leg and center torso rear again, down to 4 armor there. And then 6 more missiles, including 1 to the center torso rear, down to 2 armor. 1 to the right torso rear, down to 4 armor. Right leg takes a couple, each arm takes 1. The Wasp missing the Atlas, the Wyvern hitting the building for 7. It must be extreme range. The Prowler landing a medium laser on the Atlas's left torso. And the LRM hitting with 5 LRMs would have been the head, but rerolled with edge to the left arm. Wolverine at the Locust lands a large laser glancing off the head for 4 damage, forcing a consciousness check. And glancing a medium laser off the left leg for 2. It bothers me so much that it rounds down. Like a medium laser doing 2 damage is just abysmal. Trebuchet hitting the Atlas in the left torso with 2 more medium lasers, down to 7 armor there, and that's probably going to be another +1 on the PSR at the end of the round. Our friendly Crusader hitting building 15 double op 31. Wolverine falling, taking 5 to the head. Yarvik taking 2 consciousness checks, needing a 3 and a 5, rolling a 7 and a 6. Atlas taking 40 damage, needs an 8, gets a 7, takes 5 to the left leg and the left arm each. And Earl Sinclair needs an 8 to avoid damage, gets an 8. So that was not a great turn. We will try to kick some infantry on a 3. And we stepped on 2 guys. There's 8 guys left. Okay, so we are kind of in trouble. The Atlas is already showing its left torso almost bare. Our team has won the initiative, but within our team we've lost. They're down to 71% on their turrets, 89% on their primary op 4. And they've got artillery landing in 0 turns and 1 turn. Can we see him from here? Right. What's the height on this? Height is 1, height is 6. Yeah, we can see that. That's medium lasers. destruction factor 96. That means it takes 10 points to score a crit. We're going to be multi-targeting here. We're going to have lasers on the long tom artillery turret and LRMs, I think, on the thumper and or vedette, depending on where they stay at the end of the turn. Oh, bother. I was going to turn him as well. Needs a 6 to get up. Got the 6 to get up. Yarvik, take some cover maybe and deal with this harasser. Petra. Honestly, what's the height on this? I'd like to take out this locust maybe. But I don't want to be in the same hex as this foot platoon. Down to 8 guys. All right. Earl needed a 6, gets a 9. Wolverine needs a 5, gets a 9 as well. I'm starting to wonder where Random Guy is. He was supposed to be in chat within a couple of hours, and it's been almost 2 hours since I started streaming. That was like 5 o'clock when he said that, so I was expecting him probably about like 45 minutes ago. Just wondering if maybe he's trying to chat and is unable to for some reason again. I don't know. Is anyone on Discord? Could anyone tell me if he maybe had posted anything there? Okay, Long Tom destroys another building. Checking now. Alright, thanks. Appreciate it, Hoser. Got the Locust on 5s. I don't think we're gonna have a better opportunity to take out a Locust. That low profile quirk really makes them hard to take down. So we got 5s, 5s, 5s. Don't see any posts? Alright, well, I guess he was just not able to make it as soon as I was expecting him to. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. And I guess he'll catch the VOD whenever it's up later tonight. Or whenever he's able to. I shouldn't assume that he'll be able to later tonight, but 3s and 8s. We'll take the 8s with the lasers. And a 4 with the LRMs. Do we build up 16? Yes, I do still post to YouTube. Most of the time I'm able to post the video later the same night as the stream. There was an exception a couple of weeks ago when me and Gribbly did that bonus match. That took me an extra day to get one of those videos up. But other than that, yes, everything goes up same day. We've got 7s on the harasser. We've got 6s on the javelin. Javelins have very little armor. And they're both rocking twin SRM 6s. Yeah, let's see if we can do something to this javelin. It's the easier target. We'll go up to 5 heat for that. Or we'll skip the large laser. We'll go 3, 6, 10. Alright, Random Guy. The Trebuchet on 5s, at the Prowler on a 5. Which armor does a Prowler have? 25, 23. We're not gonna hit him. Well, we might hit him in the back. That would do some good. We'll go 5, 5, 5. We go 5 with the SRM. And we can try to take out some guys with lasers. I didn't mean to fire both of those. We're gonna be at 6 heat now. Thumper missing the Archer on 12s. The Orion hitting the Locust in the left leg and destroying it with the autocannon. Right arm takes a medium laser. Center torso takes a medium laser. 3 SRMs to the left arm, left torso, and left torso. 15 of 15 LRMs hit the long tom artillery, all to the front, knocking it down to 65 armor. Foot platoon firing at the Atlas, hitting 5 points of damage worth of laser rifles to the left torso, center torso, and left arm. Left torso is down to 5 armor. I might have to end up pulling him back before long. Foot platoon hitting the Atlas in the left torso rear with the machine guns, with portable machine guns for 2 damage. Cleo, I swear. Only because it's like 30 degrees out there. Are you happy now? You've interrupted my stream like 4 times. But you're cute, and therefore it's forgiven. Locust landing a medium laser on the right torso, machine guns to the right leg and center torso. Marauder hitting the Javelin in the chest with a PPC, and the right arm with a PPC, critting on the shoulder. Jenner missing on 7s, Archer at the Thumper vehicle, landing 2 medium lasers to the front, and 9 LRMs at the building. Stinger landing medium lasers, a medium laser on the left leg and a machine gun to the left torso down to 3 armor. Machine gun to the left leg down to 27 armor. Javelin landing 7 SRMs on the Wolverine, potentially getting a crit on the right torso. I'm not going to read off all those locations, that's just too many. Grasshopper landing medium lasers on building in Hex 1030. Hitting 1, 2, 3, 3, and missing on the 4th, rolled almost snake eyes. LRM 5 turret landing 11 LRMs on the Atlas, none of them to the left torso, fortunately. The Vedette on the Archer landing only the machine gun to the left torso rear. Wait. Is there a Vedette behind the Archer? Did I miss that? Wolverine at the Javelin. Medium laser to the center torso, critting on his gyro, leaving him with 3 structure. Medium laser to the left leg, SRM 6s. An SRM 6 lands all 6 to the right arm, destroyed, transferring into the right torso, to the left arm, right torso, right leg, center torso down to 1 structure, and right torso. The Harasser landing 8 SRMs on the Wolverine. That's 16 damage, so he's maybe going down. Right leg down to 11 armor, right torso down to 10, right arm down to 10. The Wasp missing the Wolverine, the Assassin landing 2 LRMs to the Atlas's right torso. Wyvern firing at the building in Hex 1426, landing a large laser at extreme range. And the Prowler landing 2 medium lasers to the Atlas's center torso and left arm, and 2 SRMs to the left torso going internal. Yeah, Earl needs to get out of there. That left torso has ammo, I believe. Yes, it does. That left torso has 3 tons of ammo. That's no bueno. He almost got the crit, rolling a 7 there. And in return, Atlas, landing autocannon 20 to the right side, medium laser to the turret, medium laser to the right side, stunning the crew and costing it a movement point, leaving it with 4 structure. Following that up with 2 SRMs, which is enough to destroy it. Stop that. Landing both medium lasers on the foot platoon, killing 4 guys. Griffin missing the Marauder, Trebuchet, medium lasers to the left arm, left leg, center torso. Crusader landing 18 missiles on the building in Hex 1733. Wolverine needs a 6 to stay standing, gets a 4. Takes 6 damage to the center torso and right leg, needs a 6 to avoid damage, gets an 8. Earl needs a 9 to stay standing after taking 60 plus damage. Falls on its rear, taking 10 damage to the center and right torso rear. Needs a 9 to avoid damage, needs a 3 to stay conscious. Javelin falls, takes 3 to the center torso, which destroys it. I do want to make a note. That was Yarvik got the Javelin. No, you cannot chew on my... Do you mind? No. Stop that. You're being a butt. That way I can remember that next week. Locust. Falls on its right arm, destroys it, and blacks out. And we're going to finish up this round, and then I think we're going to call it for the night. We'll kick the Locust on a -2. No. Step on the foot platoon on a 6. Yeah, let's kick the Locust in the back on a guaranteed hit. Where did that Vidette come from? How did he get behind us? Alright. The Wasp kicks the Wolverine in the left torso for 4. The Orion kicks the Locust in the right torso rear, transferring into the center torso rear and destroying the Locust. Stinger kicks the Orion in the left arm. Nobody falls down. Pilot Denny Aoyang. What were you piloting? Okay. Either way, you're still unconscious. And at this point, let's go ahead and roll initiative. We've won initiative, and we actually get to go last, which is great. We will save game, and we'll call it... we can save over artillery base, because we need that name. We'll save it there. Close this. No, we don't need to save it again. Yes, I know I'm disconnected. We'll go ahead and save campaign, and we'll just call that new, because it's the same day. I just don't want to use the same save file. Poor Hoser, yeah, missed out on another night's action. Next week, perhaps, we'll get Tonga Lance into some combat, or at the very least, maybe we'll get through several days worth of downtime while we wait for another randomly generated mission like this defend ground dropship that we did earlier. So yeah. Thank you all for joining me. Like, comment, follow, subscribe, join the community. Link to Discord is in my bio. We'll see you tomorrow night for some HBS, and we'll see you next week for some MegaMek. And thank you all, and good night.